Why now? Okay. Well, also check if it's everything else. Wait a minute. Redact. What? Now it works? What the f... Okay. Welcome to Fluff, YouTube. The first SCP I was reading, I was trying to make this and this work the whole time, and it didn't, and now I'm reading the next SCP and it works again. Well, I guess better late than never, eh? But yeah, welcome. I'm gonna read the second SCP of today's stream, and I hope you enjoy it. It's just gonna be me reading it. And you know, having a good time. And I hope you have as well. And if you do, push that like and subscribe button for me, because we're reading The Unreliable Oracle. Also, please comment down below what you guys think of the SCP I'm about to read. And my eyes, my left eye has something in it, like something's like poking it right now. Probably an eyelash. You know, I hate the fact that eyelashes were a thing of the human body to like prevent things from getting in the eye, but 95% of the time when something is in my eye, it's an eyelash. I don't get it. Euclid, SCP-1421 is to be contained on site within the Brighton Forest Nature Reserve. To avoid interaction with members of the public, a fenced exclusion zone with a diameter of 100 meters is to be maintained by embedded personnel within the local wildlife trust and nature trail paths redirected. Acorns dispersed by SCP-1421 are to be collected and kept in secure storage at Sector 25. Under no circumstances are personnel to interact with -1 unless authorized to do so by Professor Reeds, Dr. Skinner. Oh, did something happen to Professor Reeds? Did he meet his demise a bit too fast? Or as his website would say, was he terminated? SCP-1421 is a single specimen of Quercus robur, English oak. Oh, another tree one again. Located within Brighton Forest, Wiltshire, England. It is situated at the center of a natural clearing approximately 20 meters in diameter. Adjacent vegetation is visibly malnourished, and the ground immediately surrounded SCP-1421 with a radius of 5 meters defoliated. I'm not complaining that it's a tree one, by the way. I just know that it's going to be annoying to do a thumbnail about it. Because the previous tree one, I already there was so many tree ones I had to do thumbnails for, so like after a while, you know, you kind of struggle coming up with anything good. Its anomalous properties become apparent when any source of chemical or electrical energy is introduced within 5 meters of SCP-1421. Power sources of this nature are rapidly depleted via an unknown mechanism. In human subjects, this rapidly induces a state similar to that caused by long-term fasting. It is unknown to what extent this state contributes to the perception of or response of subjects to -1. -1 is the likeness of the face and partial hand of an elderly human male with a full beard carved into the east side of SCP-1421's trunk. Oh. Pocahontas style? 1.7 meters from the ground, -1 does not move, and mechanical recordings have failed to detect speech or any other sound emanating from the carving. However, subjects exposed to SCP-1421 are extremely likely to perceive -1 talking to them and attempting to establish a dialogue. -1 is apparently sapient and displays an in-depth knowledge of both the subject and previous individuals with whom it has conversed. As related by a subject exposed to SCP-1421, -1 represents itself as a nature god or woodland deity and will seek to proffer advice and information that it claims will advance the subject's interests. But how do we know if that is truly the case? Advice proffered by -1 frequently takes the form of a prophecy whereby some desirable result will be produced if the subject carries out a task. This task is frequently of an unethical and legally dubious nature. including but not limited to suggestions that the subject professionally embarrass, steal from, injure, or kill friends, family, colleagues, or strangers. That's lovely. That's that's always a good time. Subjects who fall. I mean, if it's the D class who get to experiment with this, then most of them have already done something similar to this to begin with. Subjects who follow -1's advice enjoy no unusual protection from the consequences of their action, and arrest or death is a typical outcome. As far as can be established, subjects are under no compulsion to obey SCP-1421. However, the preternatural nature of the experience and the altered state induced by proximity to SCP-1421 has led to several individuals willing to carry out its suggestions. Oh, fantastic. It's like, oh, it will not make you do it, but it's kind of in your fate to do it eventually. I would hate if somebody told me like, oh yeah, no, in your future you're gonna hurt somebody dear to you. I would hate that. And then it becomes true as well. God, that would suck. Recovery log as 1421, and you know what sucks as well? The fact that I have something in my eye. SCP-1421's anomalous properties were discovered during a raid on the encampment of the PWF, a radical environmentalist group. The PWF had been drawn to the Foundation's attention by embedded agents in local law enforcement due to the group's unusually rapid escalation from peaceful protests to criminal and terrorist acts. Founded in 2009 as a Protect the Wiltshire Forest, the group was best known for public awareness campaigns and petitions against building works on forested or woodland areas. Yeah, okay. They kept that tree probably very safe, didn't they? Or at least attempted to. I mean, it is, since it's still alive. In 2010, the group participated in sit-ins in the Brayton Forest to attempt to prevent construction of a trunk road connecting to B4040 and B4042. During this protest, the group evidently made contact with -1. The PWF subsequently established a semi-permanent base in the nature reserve, branding themselves as the Protect the Wilderness Front. On the 15/7/2010, the group was implicated in the criminal assault in its own home of a Wiltshire councillor who had voted for the building plans, and the failed letter bombing on the 19/7/2010 of the parish clerk who had filed a motion. Neither of which measures persuaded Wiltshire Council to abandon the construction of the road. This tree making things complicated. I'm surprised nobody has mentioned the fact that the tree has a face just yet. Or maybe the face show up later on. God. I'm so sorry about yawning. I'm so sorry. Sunday is always like a rough stream, SCP stream for me, because like that's when like the exhaustion hits. On the 2nd, 8th, 10th, 5 individuals matching the description of the PWF members entered a branch of Lloyd's TSB, threatening the cashier with an unlicensed and most likely stolen .410 caliber shotgun. The robbery appears to have been poorly thought out and executed, with the group failing to gain access to the funds of the branch cash machine. The group was subsequently pursued on one of the number placed on the citizen's arrest by bystanders. When turned over to Wiltshire police, the group members stated that the robbery had been carried out at the direction of the god, and provided the location of the group's forest camp. It makes sense that they would think it's a god. At which point, personnel from Sector 25 were dispatched to investigate. The corpse of a further group member in advanced state of mummification was found at the base of SCP-1421. A further group member was found in his apartment in Brighton, having apparently committed suicide. See Document 1. Location of the final PWF member, who seems to have been the group's leader, has not yet been established. His apartment contained literature from the deep ecology and anarchist movements. Further documentation. Access interview. Okay, we have an access document 1. We have a lot. Those internal memoranda. Okay, let's go to interview Dr. Skinner and -1. Yeah, it did say that Professor Reeds is not here anymore. So, the 2nd 9th 2010. No, Dr. Skinner's question recorded via parabolic microphone and timestamped by Asian Moon. -1 response have been provided and certified as accurate by Dr. Skinner. I forgot how long the Night Battle Suit song is. Alright. Oh, it says here like 5 seconds. It says here the time like that. That's interesting. So 5 seconds in. Welcome, my son. Have you come to seek guidance? How did you come to be in Brighton Forest? I choose to manifest myself here, where the wilderness is being wounded by men. The BWF described you as a god. Do you see yourself as a god? You will come to know what I am. I'm interested in learning what happened to the BWF. They were most displeasing to me in the end. I would have given them their heart's desire, had they but hearkened carefully to my words. Really? Yes, the words of a god are true. Their listening was at fault. Their listening? Yes, and their obedience. I would have helped them, and I can help you too, Daniel. Dr. Skinner. You see, I know a great deal about you. You are frustrated, Daniel. No, I can't. Being brackets? Maybe he's like, maybe he wanted to say it, but he didn't. You, overseer, Professor Reeds, you realize he's jealous of you. He sees how hard you work and resents you for it. He will cling to his position, Daniel, unless you take action. I know there's an important staff meeting coming up, but some ipecac in his coffee. Put some ipecac in his coffee and you'll make site director within the year. Also, he's cheating on his wife with Researcher Black. I'm the god of the wilderness. All things are possible for me. Are you ready for me to command you? Hold on, let me see something here. Okay. Command me. At this point, Dr. Skinner indicates that -1 fell silently for approximately 1 minute and 45 seconds. Dr. Skinner indicates that he made a number of emphatic filler noises such as okay and yes to prompt -1 to continue speaking. I can see what you're unwilling to allow me to help you. I can see that you're unwilling to allow me to help you. That's correct. I need to ask a question to make it look right. Very well. Do you seek any further knowledge from me? Where is Mark Renton? You'll find him at 54 Davis Road, Brighton. We will look into what you say. Interview terminated by Dr. Skinner. The address provided by -1 was investigated but failed to provide any evidence as to Mark Renton's current whereabouts. So either he lied or Mark Renton's just not there anymore. Access document 1. Oh boy, this is going to take a bit of time, but that's fine. I need to get one of those like standing tables because I always feel like for like Sunday SCPs I'd rather stand than sit because that would help me stay awake. Also, just in general, a standing table would just be a good thing to have. Excerpts from the diary found in the apartment of David Gray, known as PWF Associate. The 3rd, 6th, 2010. Oh, I'm pumped. I can't wait for the protest against the Brighton Link on Saturday. I'm bringing crisps and sandwiches and Mike's bringing soft drinks. Say no to the link. 7th, 6th, 2010. I've been in a holding tank for 2 days, thanks to the pigs. There was a bit of a brawl. Renton was cool as always, doing his Che Guevara thing, holding a couple of Molotov cocktails. Unfortunately, grandstanding like that gets you hit in the face. 8th, 6th, 2010. So yeah, we're the Protect the Wilderness Front now. Pumps fist, etc. Mike thinks we should buy balaclavas. 15th, 6th, 2010. That was weird. Renton took us long to see what he found in Milburn Forest during the protest. It's a face in a tree, and if you wait a little while, you start to get lightheaded, and you can hear it talking to you. It says different things to different people, though. I don't know what to write. Note. Excuse me. Let me do that sound again. Note: after this point, marked changes are evident in the handwriting and vocabulary of the diary entry. It is currently unclear why this should be, Professor reads. A second opinion from a reputable graphologist indicates subsequent handwriting is well within the range of variation for this individual. No further importance should be attached to this detail. Dr. Skinner. Oh, is Dr. Skinner just like trying to like mess over Professor Reeds now because of what -1 said? And also because like he did say, -1 did say that he's jealous of Professor Reeds. So the question is though, will he put some ipecac? I don't know how to say that. Ipecac, epicis. Like, will you put that in the coffee now, or is that never gonna happen? 3rd, 7th, 2010. The forest is starting to look like the forest is starting to look like home. I'm not good at that sort of thing, but Mike did a wilderness survival course. The food definitely leaves something to be desired, though. Fish and chips again. 15th, 7th, 2010. Today we struck our first blow against the destroyers. Counselor reports back the proposal to level our heritage forest and get what he deserved. We want to abduct the CEO of the construction company and take him to the guard, but Wikipedia says he lives in Hong Kong. 17th, 7th, 2010. The guard told me today that Renton is a plant with a special branch. Wait, wasn't Renton the guy you were working with? Wait, hold on. Yeah, Renton. Yeah. Wasn't that the guy who took you? Yeah, Renton was the guy who took you to see this thing. That Renton is a plant with a special branch. I don't think anyone else heard it say that. It seemed unlikely. But would the god say it if it weren't true? If he suddenly disappears one day, he'd probably gone back to the police. No point looking for him. 19th, 7th, 2010. Cyrus' bomb didn't go off. I don't know why. What the god told us? We did what the god told us. I guess we missed something out. I think somebody got like told something else about Sarah and you know, sabotage the bomb. Maybe. 25th, 7th, 2010. The god says we have to rob a bank to wake people up. It will collapse the system in one blow. Everyone will begin to consider their actions in the global context. This is a huge step and I'm not sure I can take it. Partially erased marginal note reads, brilliant. 28th, 7th, 2010. We're fully prepared. We got balaclavas, we got a floor plan, we even got a shotgun. When he got the shotgun, I still don't know if we can trust him. 2nd, 8th, 2010. Everything went wrong. The cashiers pushed the button and locked the place down, and no one would give us their money. We couldn't even get into the back of the cash machine to rob that. They got Chris and he knows about the god. It's not a disaster. Absolutely no one could have foreseen this happening. Did the god tell you to go? Well, did the face tell you to go to this place on this specific day, and you try to follow it, and now, lo and behold, maybe it's not really that great of a god because it just tells you stuff. Because we already learned that like it's like, oh, he tells you where Mark Renton. Yeah, where Mark Renton is, and says like, oh yeah, he's in 54th road, and then he wasn't there. Maybe this face is not fully the oracle you think it is. Or Mark Renton himself is very strong connected to this SCP, and the SCP tries to keep him safe. Same day, the god said Mike is the reason it didn't work. If he had just believed it, it would have gone off right. Now we're all going to be arrested. Renton's long gone. Absolutely no point of chasing after him. He's probably out of the country by now. Martian note here is unintelligible, possibly with the acorns. The call told me that I didn't have to go to prison. It said to feed Mike to him because he's failed. I know I told Mike, but he didn't whack when I hit him with the shotgun. But 3rd, 8th, 2010. Mike's mother phoned me. I didn't know what to say. I can't continue. My kills are great. Partially erased marginal note here reads partially erased marginal note here reads, pretty sure that's how it works. It says no such thing, Dr. Skinner. Who's Reeds? What's Reeds doing? Now we have more things to open. Access internal memo 1. Oh, hey, congratulations to Dr. Skinner on his promotion to level 3 researcher. Professor Reese is taking a short leave of absence, and Dr. Skinner will be taking charge of all further investigation of SCP-1421 in addition to his other duties. Professor Gelding. I feel like Dr. Skinner did do the thing that the SCP was asking him to do. 10 D-class personnel have been allocated to Dr. Skinner to explore the effects of long-term exposure to SCP-1421. Dr. Iglesias. I have taken receipt of a rather disturbing report from the Sector 25 Data Integrity Team. The original version of the recovery log for SCP-1421, as drafted by Agent D. Bono, read as follows, emphasis man. The group members stated that the robbery had been carried out at the direction of a guard and suggested the Foundation should look into it. Please can Dr. Skinner provide the reason why this detail was removed from the recovery log? The strongly implies that at least one member of the BWF had a connection to the Foundation or a group of interests. Was this followed up, Professor Gelding? And now level 5 access acquired. I have personally reviewed the recording of interview -1 and I'm inclined to agree that Dr. Skinner remarks that 49s and 2 minutes 29s do not carry the inflection he indicated on his transcript. I am hereby authorizing Sector 25 to execute Procedure 552 Hepburn on all personnel connected with SCP-1421. Furthermore, I am directing the immediate review of the operational information article for SCP-1421, authored by Dr. Skinner, as it appears much of what is currently recorded regarding his phenomenon is restored or fabricated. I am particularly concerned as to the whereabouts of the acorns mentioned in the special containment procedures. As I understand, these have never been officially entered into containment, and it seems likely each represents a potential nuclear-class threat. 057. Ooh, there is some mind games happening here, eh? Yes. There is some mind games happening. Dr. Skinner might just have lied to everybody this whole time, and we will never know. Am I right, Henry? We will never know. It could be, it could not be.